Okay, so now we're back to the couch and we're mic'd up. You see how quickly we evolve? So, how does the theory of everything and the God equation and my super geniusness up until now? Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. How does it add up to shapes, geometry? How does geometry even come into the world as it is? Well, in quantum physics, or better, quantum mechanics, we have these two existing in these states. So these are the superpositions of these two molecules, we'll say that. And say that these two molecules want to combine together in infinity, which would be in the quantum map, it would just be in a point of which everything can happen. A point in which everything can happen. So how do we, how do 2 points come together in infinity? And what does that look like? So we could imagine that if I had the strength of God, I could push these molecules together and uh, they would create one coexisting state again. And if we can look at this, we can see that it would be the square with these, with an x to it, and that would create the triangles within it. But, if we looked at it from here, we would understand that, a cube existing in this position would have a 6-way interception between it. But this one would only have 4 because we're coming back to the tips of this, which is only 3. But we added a dimension with the square to get this superposition that is the square and the triangle coexisting within each other. And that makes sense. So in reality, the reason why we have this triangle and this square with these 4 here is because in the matrix we can't see exactly which molecules are connected to which. And that's why quantum mechanics has a big fall to it, because inside of the matrix it would just look like this through here if we were to look at this. But we know that if we put this triangle inside of this, that not all of these edges line up. So one of these edges will have a connection that needs another. So in order to complete this connection, it would need another molecule of a similar makeup that lacks or has the potential to match this radiating energy, which maybe we can call a positive charge. So the way that this atom would have to connect to another one would be something that has a charge that complements it. So if maybe we were to look at it like this, and we wonder, what is this? Well, we see back in our cube, the superposition of our cube, what we have here is a hexagon. And I don't know if you can see it, but just more look at the outer layers. We have 6 sides going on. And in here, we have the same 6 sides going on, if you can see it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then also we have the square. And then also we have, might you see, the triangles. And every configuration that exists within this is one of these that has electrical charge that matches each molecular construction, I guess. So this would be the smallest we'd be able to understand, because this initially is the missing side of this cube here that you can't perceive, and the missing side of this cube here that you can't perceive consists of both an equal negative and positive charge, which then creates something that we call in physics, in quantum physics, I don't really know where they call it this, but it's the void. It's just this infinite existence of energy that we can't perceive. So so when we get something like this, and then we add something with a charge that complements it, we would just initially get this again. But this can be made up of a trillion, a gajillion, billion, debillions of these and 14 million other things to the same quantity and still just look like this. Because this is superposition. And that's why, in order to even understand or dissect just one part of this, which is everything, you would have to go into quantum mechanics and use a matrix. It's like a lot. Anyone gonna understand that? You peeping what I'm saying, man?